iTunes charts. All of this was pretty innovative stuff a couple of years ago, but now it seems old hat. And more interesting and more current is our use of Facebook over the last 12 months to grow and own the Top Gear fan base. This has been a two-stage process. When we started, Top Gear and the Stig had unofficial presences on Facebook. Together they had about 800,000 fans. And this time last year, we took the decision to actively establish our own presence on Facebook and set up our own official pages and went out there to acquire fans. This initial bit where we put content on those pages was pretty successful, and in 6 months we went from 800,000 fans to 2 million fans. This is more of an important first stage, as it helped us earn our credibility with the fans, to understand what they wanted. It gave us the confidence to put our foot down. As a result of that, over the last 6 months, we've completely changed gear. We've been actively recruiting fans using quizzes, events, stunts, and tailored content. This involved managing Facebook as a media channel, posting regularly to the site, and matching the time of those postings to the time that gets the best engagement for fan base. Unsurprisingly, car reviews do best over the weekend. And we've sought to create as many reasons as possible for fans to go to these Facebook pages. We've made it easy and entertaining for fans to engage and make sure everything is suffused with that Top Gear ethos of being ambitious but crap. One thing we did, just to sort of give a bit more, was to put a camera in James May's car and ask him just to talk randomly as he drives to work every morning. And here are some of the results.
There is the bus. It's a sort of biological controlled experiment in seeing what happens when people's breath and sweat and other bodily emissions are mixed together in a confined space. I imagine there's some measuring equipment on there, or a couple of canaries anyway. We are 0.7 of a mile into the journey. So far, I've stretched the legs of the old beast. Morning. There's Gianni out for a jog. And Stephen Fry out for a jog. Morning, Stephen.
Well, it goes on like that for another 23 minutes. It'd be an easy way to do my speech, but let's carry on going. This process hasn't been expensive. It's just taken half a person's time. Well, the benefits have been huge for us. By regularly updating the content and reminding fans via their news feeds, we've now got a situation where 40% of fans engage with the Top Gear and Stig brands on Facebook at least once a week. And the overall result is that we now have 8 million active Facebook fans, 5 million for Top Gear and 3 million for Stig. That's a 10-fold increase in 12 months. This makes Top Gear's Facebook presence the biggest for a European TV show. In fact, it's probably the biggest UK brand on Facebook. That's great in itself, but more important, been using this engagement to prompt fans to visit our Top Gear website, to go to the Top Gear magazine subscription site, to buy the programme and apps on iTunes, in short, to go to places where we can earn money from them. Traffic to our Top Gear website has grown by 100% over the same period, and 75% of that growth has come from Facebook. In fact, traffic from Facebook has now overtaken direct traffic as our biggest source of visitors. The next big thing for us in Top Gear is to think about the opportunity presented by connected TVs. The imminent launch of YouView and Google TV mean that search and social are coming to the TV for the first time. This has the potential to add a whole new dimension of engagement between fans and the TV programme they love. At the moment, the irony for a TV-driven brand like Top Gear is that the missing link is between the TV and everything else. Historically, the journey from the TV programme to the magazine and the newsstand, or downloading the last episode on iTunes, has felt more like a colander than a funnel. But in the world of connected TV, a fan may be able to engage live with the show, visit a website to explore the content further, or download a missed episode simply with a flick of their remote. This should remove all previous barriers to action and allow a deepened engagement and more impulse purchases. It's all pretty early days in this stuff, and there's been a lot of experimentation before we find the right way that works for audiences. But getting that link right between the TV and the web will complete the virtuous circle of a TV brand and help companies such as ours realise the full potential of a brand. Of course, life would be really simple if all brands were Top Gear. We'd be rich and happy. But I think there are lessons we can learn from Top Gear, that has much broader application. And to illustrate this, I want to go from the huge global smash hit that is Top Gear to the other end of the size spectrum, to the much more intimate world of specialist magazines. This may seem like a big leap, but the connection between these brands and their audiences can be just as strong as it is between Top Gear and its petrolhead community, albeit on a smaller scale. As I'm sure many of you know, special interest magazines have always been more than a source of information. At their best, they represent the method by which a person defines themselves. I'm a keen runner, and therefore I get Runner's World. Or even, I'm a keen runner, and my proof is that I subscribe to Runner's World. They're about what people do in their free time, what all of you people will be doing this weekend, time and family permitting. As such, special interest magazines have long ceased to be a medium. By subscribing, you join a club, and you feel as though you have been in contact with like-minded people who share your passion. It's a place you can talk fully and frankly about your passion without your partner, friends or families rolling their eyes. We believe the opportunity now is to get rid of that feel as though you're being in contact and make it real, to make the club both virtually and through physical events genuine. As the pressure in the retail sector continues, it's inevitable that special interest magazines will struggle to find the shelf space in newsstands. Subscriptions have been growing to fill that space, and BBC magazines have been at the forefront of that with 1 million subscribers. For most of our special interest magazines, subscriptions represent 50% of our copy sales. And in fact, for BBC History, which has an ABC of 69,000, nearly two-thirds of whom are subscribers. And I think that's a really incredibly strong foundation for the future. And I want to just explore BBC History a little bit further, because subscribers to that magazine lie in a nucleus of a wider history community. They are the self-confessed history junkies, but around them are a more casual group who are somewhat or occasionally interested in history. They might watch Dan Snow on BBC Two, they might flick to UK TV's channel Yesterday if the main channels haven't got anything on them. That's free and it's a little investment of time. They may even search the web to find out something specific. Those who are keen to take their interest further might buy a copy of BBC History magazine to while away the time on a train journey. But those who have genuine passion subscribe. We, like other publishers, are moving to an authentication model for those passionate subscribers to create a magazine equivalent of TV everywhere in the US. And as part of this, we've made a number of our titles, Olive, Good Food, and Knowledge, available on the Zinio platform. We've gone first with Zinio because it gives us an opportunity to maintain and control our relationship with our audience. In Zinio, we're able to keep a record of who our customers are and their details. And secondly, and perhaps most importantly for us, we're able to give our loyal subscribers access to digital versions as part of their print subscription package. We're on a journey to find the right platform and are experimenting in order to find out what the magazine of the future will look like.